the truth.
What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Been telling you more and more about this Epstein stuff, how deep and dark it really goes and everything, and what all's involved. As I've been telling you, there's some genetic research and manipulation stuff going on, and our imagination can take that anywhere. And I touched on it briefly, maybe explained a little bit, but these underground facilities or black box facilities, backroom facilities, they do a lot of this genetic manipulation, and they have growth laboratories there for creating clones, or skin, even growing skin or organs, even producing blood and harvesting that blood and things like this, guys. We've heard talk about the cryomias and the hybrid humans that they're creating and what they might be used for. And here's the thing, guys. We've seen a lot of these recent events where the people was shot. Okay, I'm going to use grown-up words. Assassinations going on around the world, not only in the United States, but around the world. And at the end of it, the shooter kills himself, okay? And the body is not displayed. We don't see it. It's cremated most times, or the FBI or the whoever holds the body for further evidence, and we're never seen. So we go back and look at this genetic structures that they're creating, these drones, if you will, or androids, where they can put a little bit of gray matter, get activated, a chip or whatever in their brain, and send them on these point missions. They're programmed to carry out a mission, then go off somewhere and take care of themselves. And therefore, they're not really a human. They're made up human with false information. Why do you think they can come up with somebody's Facebook information in their past, all their schoolmates, and all this other stuff about this assassination personnel, people involved in assassinations and killings? It's because they have a ready portfolio. And why do they have a ready portfolio? It's because they created this humanoid and loaded it up with false information, false memories, and then sent it on a mission to create havoc. This is where this is going, guys. And, you know, right now, as you saw in that one seed dance, I think it was, video where they can create an image of exact likeness of someone and have them do whatever they want. Well, I talked about this technology years and years ago. I think it was 2018 I talked about that they could take 6 words of whatever you say and take just 10 pictures of whatever you and any other ordinance. And, of course, everybody has 10 pictures of them online somewhere from the data source somewhere, and they can have you do anything they want, even attacking a world leader, a sports figures, a media person. They can have you creating, doing the most heinous things, and there'll be no proof of that you didn't do it, except that you didn't do it. You know, you were sitting watching in your living room when this happened. And so they have these humanoids that look real close, almost exactly like you. All you people that send in your DNA to this research things and find out what you was associated in, well, you know, they got the records to create a new you, and they can load it up with whatever information they want and send it on whatever mission they want. So that's where this is going, guys. This is where it has gone. This thing with Charlie Kirk, I'm going to go ahead and touch on it again, guys. It was announced 6 days before the actual shooting event went down that Charlie Kirk died of a heart attack in Jacksonville, Florida, in TPUSA headquarters. All right, that came out. Then, of course, they went ahead and had this event in Utah where he was shot, and of course, big hoodoo and everything like that. And they found somebody to blame it on, but they didn't really, they didn't find the right person. You guys, you know that things all mixed up. Why do you think there's no real evidence and why the FBI is covering up a lot of stuff? It's because they used a clone of some kind. Charlie Kirk was a clone. He had a mask put on him, and he was set up there just to carry out the operation and to be executed. This happens quite a bit with a lot of other people, guys, around the world. You know, we've heard it happen and everything, and all of a sudden we've seen Mandela come back to life, even though we knew he died. This is clone technology, guys. They can replace someone in a minute, and you wouldn't tell the difference. And that's the truth. There's where they're going with this stuff like that. They're going to replace humans. They're going to replace all humans. You're going to have a disposable humanoid body with an implanted memory, and they'll work for 3-4 years, maybe 6 years at the most. Like Clinton, her clone only lasts 6 years at the most. Now it's not lasting that long, supposedly. So their clones only last for a while. They carry out their duties or operations, whatever their mission, whatever they got to do. Then they dispose of themselves by self-executing. And that's what they're doing, guys, and making disposable bodies, disposable humans with no souls. There's a thing about this, guys. I'll get into this thing about the souls and everything else and this DNA stuff. It's getting really weird out there. So there's a little bit more about this, guys, that this whole thing could be making up the drone wars like they was in Star Wars, or the droid wars, excuse me, and the clone wars. That's what it was, clone wars in Star Wars. And this could be exactly what it begins. If we take a look again back at what China showed us during the New Spring Festival with all these robots acting synchronized robot movements, and they're very talented, very articulated, and very maneuverable. And all they got to do is implant a memory, put a skin on it, and that's your cousin Joe. All right? It's getting weird, guys. It's getting weird. A lot weirder. So just let your imagination go. Lay back, sit back, smoke your big fatty, and let your mind go wild. Because, guys, that's what it takes to think what they're doing. The sky's the limit, as they say. And next time, we'll see how much of a limit the sky is. Y'all have a groovy day. And as always, guys, push forth positive information, positive balance, and love, kindness, and everything. That's what the world needs now, is love, sweet love. Y'all have a groovy day. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.